Well, hello and welcome to another edition of 907 Sports. Jordan Rodenberger calling the plays in this one, and we got Tyler Lane riding shotgun here as it is 4th of July week here as the calendar turns towards July. Tyler, what are some of the things you think of or you enjoy about 4th of July? What are some of the keywords that come to your mind?
You know, I used to think hot dogs, but after that trip to Chicago, not so much anymore at the moment.
Yep.
But fireworks,
Yeah.
and now here in Alaska, obviously Mountain Marathon, just a few days away.
Oh, exactly. That is what us sports reporters and the mountain running community thinks about when 4th of July, the Seward town especially coming alive during that day. So definitely looking forward to that. But we'll get a little bit more into that because we also had some other things going on this week, including the Iditarod sign-up. So we do have some of the names that we do know will be throwing their hat in the ring for Iditarod 2026, from veterans to rookies signing up for the first time. And we went out to that volunteer picnic and catching up with some of the sights and sounds of that one.
Little technical difficulties there, but still, obviously, you had a chance to talk with many of those mushers there. Jesse Holmes, last year's champion, of course, was a big one. Who else did you hear while you were out there?
Well, yeah, you're definitely no surprise seeing Jesse out there. He said he signed up in person for the 9th year in a row, so he hasn't missed a sign up there, which was good to see him out there. And then you saw some of that Keaton Lobrick. He finished last year for the first time, so he's signing up for the first time as a veteran this time around. And the first person was Adam Lindemuth. He's a rookie, giving it a go for the first time. He says it's been trying since 2019. Just one of those things that you keep trying at. But you actually will hear some of those on our website, alaskasnewssource.com. So you can catch that one there and see the full list of who has signed up. We got 22 mushers, 3 former champions, including Jesse, of course, and Thomas Varner making his reappearance in the race after winning it in 2020. Had some difficulties. We all know what happened that year. It hasn't been able to return, with the travel out of Norway. So he's back. And then, of course, Ryan Reddington as well. No surprise seeing him in the race this year. But we got a long time to talk about Iditarod up until then. So we'll save some of that till then.
Yeah, still over 200 days away, so plenty of time until March comes around. As for right now, still in the midst of summer, and fishing report where I hear this one kid caught probably one of the biggest fish I think I've ever seen.
Well, yes, it was quite the haul there. A team from Hoonah reeled in one of the biggest fish you'll see from that area, at least this summer. But was he old enough to qualify for that Derby ticket? That's what this week's fishing report was about, so we'll check it out here.
Let's see.
Once and it just took off.
Finally! A king's tale to tell the rest of his life.
Son called me. He's like, "Dad, I got the biggest king salmon in the world," and he.
Hoonah resident Riley Neal has always been a fan of fishing.
I do it for fun and for food. I'll probably keep doing it for the rest of my life.
This boy loves to be on the water. As soon as he's off work, "Dad, can I go fishing?" I'm like, you got to help me out, do some chores or something. Son, but he just wants to be on the water constantly.
On Thursday, the 15-year-old angler got a bite that led to the catch of a lifetime.
Oh my God. Yeah! That's huge. Oh my goodness.
A 51-pound king salmon reeled in out of the waters near Angoon. That he fought for 3.5 hours.
It probably ran about 5 times. I only got it to the boat like once, and it just took off.
Finally!
A king's tale to tell the rest of his life.
Son called me. He's like, "Dad, I got the biggest king salmon in the world," and he called me, said he was shaking, and it was an amazing story.
A prized king that would qualify for the top spot of an ongoing local salmon derby.
This probably would have been the Derby winner. The next biggest king salmon is, I think, 36 pounds.
If the angler was qualified. Participants must be at least 16 years old, which means Riley will have to come back next year to enter the derby.
If he can fight a king salmon and know how to bait it, know how to troll, there shouldn't be an age limit.
Carrying his colossal king back home,
Heavy.
he's carrying a family legacy as well.
Absolutely. He learned from my father, and my
He
dad.
taught me how to rig up a herring, and he taught me everything I know about trolling.
My gosh, that's probably what, a third of my weight, I think.
Yeah, pretty impressive there. And although he didn't, get that derby ticket winner, still came home with a lot of fresh fish there and memories, because that was a pretty cool moment with his cousin there.
Yeah.
And keep it on the family legacy going. Super cool there. So he said next year he's going to take his own boat out there, and he will be old enough to qualify, so that'll be fun there.
All right, push through. I think we're back on track here.
Yep.
Obviously, throughout the summer, another thing, especially for me as a football guy, is looking forward to the future of what's coming this season. College football is on the horizon, the NFL is on the horizon, and even on here in Alaska, some of those NFL routes touching base here as well.
Yes, that's right. And there's no off season, if you want to be great at any sport, and especially football. And what's pretty cool is that a former NFL player from our backyard comes back every year and coaches our youth. I'm talking about Chris Kuper and his annual Lineman Solstice Camp that took place last week. So that was a lot of fun to check out. Here's some sights and sounds from that one as well.
I learned that grades are a really important thing. You can't get on the field without getting your grades up. Grades are a really big thing. Being aggressive on the field is a huge thing. If you're not aggressive, then there's no point of playing. Oh yeah, everybody here got great potential. Every single one of these people are here. They just keep putting in the work, and they'll get there.
Just Alaska in general, it's great to see family and just be up here. But more than anything, I look forward to the kids that have been in camp and come back to see if we got some improvement, how much carryover do we got out of those kids, and how many kids are bringing other kids from the community in. And the numbers continue to grow every year.
A traditional three-point stance, I should be able to do anything from this.
I'm always going to remember this part of the camp where the kids are smiling, they're happy that they got to participate, they want to take pictures, and then the camaraderie on the field. Those are the things that really stick out to me. After 3 days, these guys kind of feel like their own little team out here.
All right, give me something that some of you guys learned on the offensive line side today that was different than the last 2 days. Damn, I ain't teaching for nothing.
When you pop, don't bring your arms all the way back down. Keep them out.
Very good.
And to stay low and use power. And get your chest up and head back.
Right.
It's going to take a lot of work, but it can happen. That you got two guys out here on this field that have shown you that you can come from here, play at the highest level, and make a career out of it, which I've done to this point.
Always one that the kids look forward to each year. I mean, this is a guy that's coaching the best in the world. He's the offensive lineman coach for the Minnesota Vikings, and he takes the time out of his schedule to come up every year, do that for free. 150 kids, could be charging a lot for that, but so shout out to Chris Kuper for that one.
And good lessons as well. Obviously, the Vikings didn't do too bad last year, and they've got high expectations again. So definitely good to hear from someone that's really excelling at the highest level.
Yes, and Junior Moave in there as well. He's a former pro. They actually played against each other in college as well. So shout out to them for giving back there. That was a fun week camp there.
Definitely. And looking ahead to this week, obviously, we're going to be a little busy over the next couple of days with, again, as we mentioned, one of the biggest events in Alaska coming up. Mount Marathon starting officially on Friday. We're heading to Seward tomorrow to bring you some coverage of that, of sign-ups and all that good stuff. But Jordan, obviously, we have a little bit of an idea of who's the favorites right now, at least in a couple of the races.
Yeah, there's a couple storylines for sure, and of course when you started with the men's race, it starts and ends with David Norris, at least, when talking about can he go 6 for 6. I mean, entered the race 5 times and has won it every single time is hard to wrap your head around, and then just continues to break his own record in it and getting to the point now where it's like, can he go under 40 minutes after 40:37 last year, which is insane, but should be fun women's side as well.
Yep, shave off 38 seconds of David Norris. That's his goal right there. Obviously, Claire Rhodes coming in and getting her first win last year in the women's side. We were talking about her official time in the office, 49:49. Just the possibility that happens.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you should have done that on purpose. Slow down at the end or sped up just to hit that.
Definitely, and then the youth side specifically is what I'm looking at this year, because we are guaranteed a new boys champion. Kobe Marvin is officially aged out, so we will be getting a new boys winner this time around. Olive Jordan on the girls' side at just 14 last year, winning that race. A 12-year-old coming in second. We're really putting the emphasis on the youth side and who's being able to pull these wins out as well.
Right, and they have a few years to battle it out on that girls' side. Where for the boys, Vabiorn Flagstad's one name that comes to mind. Finishing runner-up this year, could be a favorite for that one. And really excited for the women's race. It's changed hands the last 4 years for those titles, so we'll see who will kind of battle out, come out on top. And it's part of like who's participating, so we'll see those what that looks like in conditions, of course. Kind of want that sweet spot where don't want it to be raining and muddy and whatnot, but if it's really hot and warm, it can be dusty and dry, so kind of want that sweet spot, so we'll see what it's like.
I don't think we want it dusty and raining, but I think the viewers probably wouldn't mind seeing all the mud, and that's always the best part of it, right?
It is part of it, yes. So for the competitors, we'll see what balance they get for there, but we'll have coverage, preview coverage all throughout the broadcasts tomorrow on Thursday.
Definitely, and I'm obviously excited. Second year officially being here and really dipping into it. I mean, last year obviously, had a chance to briefly get into it, but now being full-blown, have that year of experience and really dive into the history of this race has been interesting as well.
Crazy 100 years of folks going up that mountain, 3,000 feet elevation, and then coming right back down.
Maybe one day.
It started like, can I do it under an hour was the original. Now it's, can we do it under 40, which is insane.
Well, we'll see how that goes, obviously, officially on Friday. But until then, we'll be bringing you coverage, as we said, tomorrow. A little bit of a preview tonight as well. So come prepared for that. It's all Mount Marathon from here for the next couple of days. Until then, I think we'll see you guys then. I am Tyler Lane. That is Jordan Rodenberger from 907 Sports. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.